I'm Jeff Teraday, one of the co-owners of trusii, and my co-owner over here is Chris Kennedy.
Starting already.
CEO.
You'll hear a lot of insults about me today.
We're an odd
Get to know
couple.
me real quick.
We're an odd couple, but completely complimentary. But you guys probably have seen us at the booth. I recognize a lot of people here, but there's also a lot of new faces, so I'm super excited to see you all here. We just wanted to get started and tell you a little bit about trusii, how we got to where we are right now as the world leaders in molecular hydrogen, and what we have coming down the pipeline and what we're all about. And then, you know, Upgrade Labs really want us to come talk about hydrogen, and we decided that we're probably not the smartest people to come and do that.
No, we are not the smartest people.
Yeah,
He's
not
the
probably.
smartest one.
Eliminate probably. Eliminate probably. So we decided to invite Tyler LeBaron, who many of you know, and I'm sure most of you are here to see exclusively him, but you'll have to listen to us for a couple minutes first.
So because we brought him in, he made us, he has a huge list like a diva. You know, he has to have a certain fruit in his room and a certain, you know, room and everything else. But, so we'll get right to it. We've got a short amount of time, so we'll get right to it so we can get to the good part of the show here. So about 6 years ago, we started trusii, but we had nothing to do with hydrogen at all. We actually focused on like superfoods and green juices and protein shakes, meal replacements, and a huge skincare line, because I wash my face with soap all the time and I was excited about doing something better. Long story short, a good friend of mine that I've known for a long time in Japan, very powerful man in Japan, called me one day. He calls me once a month and he tells me the new ideas of everything. He's like, Chris, you gotta do this. So I'm like, okay, great, thanks, click. And then he calls me the next day and he says, you really have to look into this. It's a billion-dollar industry in Asia, it's incredible, it's in the hospitals. Okay. Get a couple assistants, do the research, get back to me today. They come back. We need more time. Studies out there are insane. Sorry to say this about alkaline water. I never talk bad about anybody or any entity, so I'm gonna be careful here. No studies on PubMed about alkaline water. At the time, I think there was, I don't know, but there was about 600-700 studies at the time, all over the place. On hydrogen water. Hydrogen water, inhalation, IV administration, so on and so forth. So we got excited. I said, okay, take 3 more days. Friday comes, they give a presentation to us. We were in our office Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning, no showers, ordering food in, just nonstop because we're so excited. At that moment, we shifted our focus from our nutritional product line, skincare, to 100% hydrogen. So if you look at trusii, the 2 I's stand for one person serving another. It's something very, dear to our hearts. I don't want to get all corny or anything, but it's a very pure way of looking at how we do business. And hydrogen allowed us to fulfill exactly what we wanted when it comes to really taking care of some. Green juices are great, skincare is amazing. Matter of fact, Alitura, you guys know Andy from Alitura? It's funny because you could tell him this. I tell Andy, literally, you put us out of business. Not because we weren't doing great, because we were doing great. But when I used his products, I said to myself, I can't get better than this. He's actually better than us. And I texted him and he thought it was a joke. He's like, are you setting me up for something? I'm like, no, we're literally getting rid of our skincare line because yours is better than ours, period. So we shifted our focus, started doing hydrogen. We got the best in the business together. We consulted with a lot of the pros, obviously Tyler, some people in Japan, some people in Korea, and we started developing our own product line. So right now we have, and just it's not a sales pitch, but I just want to give you a brief overview. Right now we have our $7,000 machine, which does 3 to 5 parts per million. We have our $10,000 machine, which does 4 to 7 parts per million. And then we have our tablets, which do, I hate to say the numbers, 9 to 15 parts per million, depending on how you use it.
Depending on how much water you're using.
Well, not so much how much water, but like the
temperature.
We're gonna fight right now. So depending on if you use warm water or room temperature, so on and so forth. So, and then we did something very exciting. Then because, hydrogen is brand new, hasn't even really got started yet. But we wanted to really, we have a lot of people, in sports, NFL, NBA, Anthony Davis, Juju Smith, John Wall, like we have a lot of the big names in sports. But we wanted something that they could actually drink, pop open a can and drink. So we partnered with a company out of Texas, a phenomenal company that does very high parts per million. In other words, ultra high concentration hydrogen. And we started, some dialogue. We fought a lot because he's feisty, I'm feisty. So, after we brought, Tyler in to calm him down, because Tyler consults with him and, teaches him all the stuff in Asia that's going on and all the good stuff. We put a partnership together, so now we're actually partners with the company. And we're coming out with a completely new company called Evolve, the evolution of water. And Evolve, cute, right? VOLV is the new company. And that's where we're gonna have our actual cans of water, 4 to 6 part per million. We're gonna have a performance fuel that will blow everybody away, completely natural. And then we're gonna have some cold brew coffee, sorry Dave, we're gonna work together on it, so on and so forth. But it's really exciting. We shifted our focus, did hydrogen, here we are, undisputed, I would say. And Tyler can, yeah, you can't do that.
You can't say anything about us.
We are literally the world leaders in hydrogen. Nobody can do what we can do when it comes to ultra high concentration. We also do case studies. He's gonna talk about that because he's the smarter one in the group. And he'll tell you a little bit about that. And then we can turn it over to Tyler, take some questions and answers, and take it from there.
So I just want to echo a couple things that Chris was talking about as far as the get a little wishy-washy for a second, but a lot of companies measure their success with traditional business metrics. How many units you're selling, what are their profit margins, so on and so forth. We measure our success by the impact that we are able to have on each and every one of our clients. Because we believe that if we can acquire a client and really transform their lives in some way, shape, or form, it's way better than 10 clients that might come and go, because we're gonna have that one client for the rest of their lives. And that's honestly why we got into this business, and what led us to hydrogen in the first place is we realized, once we had poured through all this research, that this tiny little molecule was potentially the answer, and we believe conclusively now, the answer to how we can have the biggest possible impact on as many lives as possible. And that segues into this biohacking community. You guys are our bread and butter. You guys have helped us grow and are super interested in the world of hydrogen, and we have a lot of people at this conference in our case study and beyond. But our ultimate goal is to help as many people as possible, and that's why we're so excited about our ready-to-drink beverages, because someone can walk into a 7-Eleven who's been driving a Mack truck and pick up one of our cans of water, not really knowing exactly what's in there, but maybe that it's good for them. I'm not going to geek out on the science with Tyler over here, but they're going to get these amazing benefits. So this is a hardcore, incredibly powerful biohack. We would argue the most powerful biohack that is available to the masses. And it's going to be something that everybody's going to be able to enjoy. And ultimately, that's what the goal is. Now, we've really been pioneering these systems with this ultra high concentration, and our inhalation systems are going to be ultra powerful as well. And most of the studies that are out there are on lower concentration hydrogen. But since there's no way to take too much, and there seems to be a very strong indication that there's a dose-dependent response, meaning that the more hydrogen you take, the better the effects are going to be.
Being conservative right now is not true. It's much more aggressive than that. It's much better. Much better.
I downplay things.
Yeah. I don't say it. I don't exaggerate. No, ultra high. So because we do these case studies, and we can see literally, you have this one, client, right? This client X. We can have client X drink 1.5 ppm. Client X has arthritis, has pain, has depression, has migraines. Having 1.2 ppm, 1.5 ppm from some of our competitors, or whatever the case may be, some of the other products that are on the market, and none of them are bad. None of them are bad, but they just don't do what we do. So when you're drinking that and you still get migraines, and you can close your hands a little bit, but they still hurt a little bit, but they're not. You see marginal improvement. Then you drink our water, and now you're like this. You're jumping up in the air. Your migraines are gone for the next year. Like, it's just.
This has happened, by the way.
It's clear.
He's not making this up.
Absolutely. It's clear. Yeah.
So anyway, this case study for us is a way to start to put together a grassroots database of information. Because hydrogen, as Tyler will talk about, is seemingly beneficial for over 170 different disease models. It's affecting the body on the smallest possible level in the most profound way. So the benefits are beyond comprehensive. They're everything. And so, for a clinical trial, you can't just study everything. You have to figure out exactly what you want to focus on and what you want to target, what disease, what condition, what particular metric you want to study. And so with these case study, data points that we're getting and the testimonials that we're getting, it is anecdotal, but we're gathering it in such a large volume that we're able to discover certain trends that we can then use to work with researchers and give them some ideas for certain hypotheses that they can make when they're going to do some more clinical trials and lab studies on this ultra high concentration
How many
hydrogen.
programs we have?
Case study programs?
No programs.
Oh gosh.
Put them on the spot. So we started out with like
25.
We started out with 6 or 7 programs. We said we know that this hydrogen is going to really help this, really help this, really help this. And through our case studies, we said, oh, wait a second, depression. There's case studies that talk about it, but like we really didn't know that it had an impact on depression. And then we had a client call us one day and said, I don't know what is in your water, but I literally woke up happy. I give you my word. Look at the goosebumps. So we said, okay, this person over here, you have depression? Okay, let's get them on a case study. Same thing. So now we open up a depression program. Now we have 25 programs. And we only do a program if we know we can make a positive, major impact on someone. If it's just a little bit here and a little bit there, we'll leave that alone. We focus on what we can really impact, which is almost everything.
So we have everything from athletic performance to lupus and rheumatoid arthritis to fertility and prenatal health to neurodegenerative disease to heart disease to diabetes.
CTE that all these people in the NFL are dealing with, hockey players. I mean,
45 of those?
25.
Yeah.
And that say that again?
Hormones?
Hypothyroidism. We're doing a study on that. So yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to get in trouble here, but when women drink it and they start feeling different and they start acting a little bit different, like a lot of times So basically, they write a little something when you have a case study, and you write a little something at the bottom like, oh, by the way, this is happening to me, that's happening to me. A ton of women, I read every single one of them, a ton of women, I threw him under the bus because he does it, a ton of women will say things like, oh, wow, I noticed that I'm in a better mood around that time of the month, or I noticed this, or I noticed that. Men will come back with it and say, I'm not screaming at my wife as much, I'm not yelling at my kids as much. So, that has to do with not just feeling good, but also hormonal. So it's not a direct, and the smart one will talk about this, and during questions and answers you can ask. It's not so much a direct link, oh, this does this to hormones. But when you remove or reduce the oxidative stress, the inflammation, your body does what it's supposed to do. It's not really doing anything, it's just allowing your body to do what your body's supposed to do.
Restoring the natural state.
I say it and then he makes it sound good. Yeah. So we got to get to Tyler. Anything else you want to jump into?
Well, just a couple last words. Basically, obviously we're excited about this. I was incredibly skeptical about hydrogen when I first learned about it.
For the record, he didn't want to do it.
I did. I said no.
I said, okay, we'll do it on our own without you.
And then I read a couple more studies.
2 days later, he came back. Let's do it.
So anyway, we're developing this entire product ecosystem around hydrogen because we want people to experience it in whatever way, shape, or form they can, in whatever lifestyle that they're living, whatever's easier for them, whether it's inhalation, whether it's drinking water from a system at their house, whether it's tablets when they're flying. We're going to be looking into doing some skincare products and bath products so you can actually absorb the hydrogen transdermally.
Are you looking for investment?
No. We've had so many people, especially since we work with a lot of NFL, NBA people, we've had so many people come to us and say, let's do it. We don't want to get to the point ever, at least at this point, that anyone has any control of us. We're completely independent and private. But there is going to be a time, we have some very large names that everybody in Los Angeles knows. It's going to be an equity partner in our company. We're not allowing him to put any money up at first, but we just want to get in bed with him a little bit, get to know him a little bit closer on an intimate relationship. We have like 6, 7, 8 of these people all around the world. sorry, I'm getting in trouble. But once we do feel comfortable with them, then we're going to say, okay, if you want to put X in to let you feel more part of the company, we'll allow you to do that.